Hey YouTube. Hope you guys can hear me well. I might have my mic like this, but I'm not sure because I don't want my voice to be too loud either. I'll have it like this, okay? I low key, I don't even know why I'm recording this video. I just wanted to come on here and I guess just, I don't know, rant. Just letting you guys know, like right after this video is released, about like what no from like anywhere from like 10 to 15, 20 minutes later, the final part of the Joy of Creation will be released. Yes, you heard that right. I finally beat the game. It took me an hour and like 30 minutes. There's barely any cuts in the episode. It's a long one. It's a struggle, but you know what? It was so worth it. And yeah, if you guys are gonna wonder, this video is like I just got done playing the game like probably 30, 40 minutes ago. I just spent the last time brushing my teeth, getting ready for bed, and also editing the video. I did put some edits in there, right? I didn't just put the video in the software and then just export it. I actually put some funny things here and there. It's very minimal, but nevertheless, if you watch the full video, you will find some of those things. They're more closer toward the end of the video, but still, um, yeah, it was an amazing video. But now I can't wait to move on. Um, I did that to myself because I just realized like I started the first episode was February 7th. I did that to myself. I could have been done with the game. To be fair, there's a lot of things I was busy with, but that's an excuse at the end of the day. I could have been done with the game. If you guys are wondering when I'm moving on to next, I'm still figuring that out myself because there's so many games I want to do. But a game right now that's like calling out my name is the No, I'm Not Human. I'm probably gonna play that. Again, like I know I just said I don't know because I really don't know. I might change my mind, but that's what I'm leaning toward. Just letting you guys know. Also, in the future, you guys might see some Gary's mod content on this channel. Like during Christmas, I had a shopping spree with buying games that I just never really played. School and just me not wanting to, which is like a dumb thing because like why would I buy them in the first place? But yeah, Gary's mod. I know I'm just not playing Gary's mod a bit, and I've just been downloading stuff, man, and I could low key make content out of it. If you guys know what Next Spots is, and if you've seen Gary's mod in general, you know what that game is capable of, and it can be very fun, especially with friends. I wish I had people who I can play with. Only person I'm a friend to who can play Gary's mod with me is the man Skyler, but he has a PC, but I don't think he can buy the game right now. Um, he has a laptop or computer or whatever. But yeah. Besides, I'm playing it by myself. I'm still learning how to play the game, but like if once I get right now, I'm just streaming Gary's mod. But I promise you, eventually, once I get used to it and I start playing it like often, I will definitely start. I'll either post clips from my streams on this channel, or I'll just record videos. Not from streams. Purely just videos of just for this channel from Gary's mod. But that's not happening right now. That's just for my live streams. But yeah, guys, I'm moving on to No, I'm Not Human. Some games I am looking out for is all the FNAF games. I'm not sure if I've said it already, but I literally have all the FNAF games up until Security Breach, except for Help Wanted. I have FNAF 1, FNAF 2, FNAF 3, FNAF 4, Sister Location, uh, Simulator, whatever you call it, Ultimate Custom Night, and what's that one? The one with like Glamrock Freddy, freaking. You guys know from the one that was released like in 2021, the one where the I Show Meat incident happened. Okay, that's the only reference I can think of. But yeah, no hate to Speed, man. That's the only way I can just. 'Cause I cannot think of the name right now. I feel dumb. But yeah, guys. So yeah, for Nav games, I got another Fears of Phantom game that I need to play soon. Um, I have yeah those games, Bending the Ink Machine, Hello Neighbor. So yeah, I just need to play them. To be fair though, a lot of games I have that I could be playing right now is on my PlayStation. That's an issue. Now I could just do PSN remote play, whatever you call it, where I can just show my PlayStation screen on my PC. But I faced the issue where for some reason my PlayStations and the PC like they don't work together and there's like a lag and delay. So because I tried recording Poppy Playtime like a month or two back, and I tried doing other games as well, and it just never worked out for some reason. I'm gonna try it again. I'm gonna keep trying and trying and trying, but and I tried buying a cable, but I'm just not doing all of that. So it's either I'm gonna have to record on my PlayStation. I'm just gonna have to figure out how to just work that with my PC. I'm gonna figure something out, but PlayStation, it sucks. I'm so happy I've moved to my PC. I'm blessed to even have this. My parents, my mom, and worked hard for this. My dad. I don't even deserve this, but yeah, man. Share Factory, them Share Factory days on PlayStation, man. That editing software on PlayStation. It gives me memories when I think about it. But low key, guys, I'm kind of just yapping. Just want to give you guys a little. Let me check on this real quick. All right, I still got some time. I just wanted to give you guys some of that news. Yeah, I'm about to go to sleep, so I got church in the morning, but I'm not gonna wake up early. I'm not gonna worry about that. Um, we'll see. I might honestly be able to do some videos and streams. Well, it depends if I miss school or not. Cause right now I'm feeling sick. Definitely from my sisters. My throat is irritating me badly right now, and it's very very sore. This is the worst I've actually felt since the last year. And surprisingly, like in general, I have not gotten sick at all. I really hope I feel better. I don't want to miss school. I don't want to miss track or nothing, but I might have to miss track. I mean, I'm willing to work out. I'm willing to run and do all of that in the cold, and and just being able to just run when I'm sick. I'm willing to do that. I don't want to just make my health worse or just do something to myself. Because I mean, before this year, I've always had a weak immune system, getting sick easily and just not being really healthy. So I want to prioritize my health. In my throat, like each time I swallow, man, it bothers me, and my nose is starting to feel a little clogged up, man. And it's March too, man. Like I survived January, February, and December just to get to this, just to have this in March. Um, I low key just wanted to just talk. I don't know, maybe about something deep, but I low key got got sidetracked by talking about why does my eye look like that? My eye looks pink. Like when it's like closed a bit, it looks pink. But okay, maybe I'm tripping. I want to talk about something. Talk deep about something, but I got sidetracked to talking about my YouTube, and here we are 9 minutes later. I was thinking about. I just something came across my mind. Well, it came. I was just thinking about it now, but low key, it's something that I've been, kind of conflicted over. It is not like a singular thing, like they all tie together, but it's like it kind of has to do with like the purpose of living, right? The reason for living, and the is everything here on this earth even necessary? Do we even need it? Let me explain, right? All these human institutions that we've created, and all these different, politics, right? All these wars we fought, all the news and media, and like, I'm not sure if I've mentioned it already. I don't remember if I mentioned stuff or not. I usually have a good memory of things, but when it comes to this channel, I don't know what I'd be saying. But there is a time period. Right now, I'm trying my best not to be on social media. I'm trying to fast from it. But back when I was on TikTok, uh, I found through TikTok, I found the philosophy. I hope I'm saying it right. Nihilism. I think. Well, yeah. There's no other way you could say that. Uh, Basically, nihilism is basically like nothing matters, like at all. There's no point of reason. There's no point. There's no reason. I don't know what I just said. There's no. I'm tired, guys. Please excuse me. There is no reason for a living. Like nothing matters. Nothing matters. So why even try? And that really messed with me for a while, and it got me thinking, man. Just when I just look around the people around me sometimes, right? And I'm not perfect. I'm not gonna act like I'm, God, and I look around and everyone's different from me, and they're unperfect, and I'm not. But like, I've just been able to just step back away from myself and just look at the world from a non-biased perspective, and just when I look at all the politics and all the news and all the movies, right, and all the crazy jobs people work, right, I don't know, engineer, pilot, analysis, I don't know, just think about what people just do every day, right? And just the people gossiping every day, and people caring about relationships every day, and people just, you guys get what I'm saying, like just the way how the world works. Just think about all the things that humans, all the institutions and ways we've created, and just everything. And nihilism basically teaches that everything about us, like everything that we do, every way we think, it's basically useless. Let's just pretend there isn't a God, okay? I believe in God, absolutely. But if there isn't a God, we really came here just through chance, right? And we are really just this blue dot floating in space among not even millions, trillions of other planets and trillions of other stars, and a universe that's billions of years old. Like everything now just does not matter. And it's just crazy to think like everybody living today will be dead in the next 100 years. Isn't that crazy to think about? Every person living today, everybody that you know today, every person that I know today will not be alive in the next 100 years. And it's so crazy because we're so caught up in just different, things, and news and media and just politics and just gossip and partying, and there's a whole lot more I can say. And and it's not just bad things, it's just the good things as well. Hard work, right? Like, I don't know, going to college, doing good in school. Like, is that stuff even worth it? Because if you think about it, at the end of the day, everything we do, if there really isn't no God, man, it doesn't matter. We're all gonna fade away into nothingness. The planet one day is gonna be gone, and man, I'm trying to talk with my throat. Um, and one day, like, this planet will be gone, consumed by the sun. The human species will probably go extinct before that even happens, and just we will be forgotten. We will be nothing, but like we'll be nothing in the universe. Because I saw something that said that everything that has happened in the last 200 years, so from like today up until, let's just say from now until like it's the Civil War. That's less than 200 years ago, which is crazy to think about. But let's just say from now until the Civil War, everything that is, so all the history, everything, all people, like everything on this planet that has happened since like 1840 until 2026 in the universe, on the grand scale of things, when you put it on the timeline with the universe, it's only a blink of an eye. And I'm not just making that up, that's true. A blink of an eye in the lifetime of the universe. And that's just so crazy to think about. And it gets me thinking, man. And it's like the nihilism. I'm sorry. I'm trying to talk, guys. I'm not even sure. Like I might be pronouncing words incorrect. Like my nose is bothering me, and like, man, this sickness, man. This better go away. I gotta eat healthy tomorrow. I gotta drink water. um, but this the nihilism comes back and just all the war and all the violence, and at the same time all the good and all the love. Like none of it matters, and that kind of messed with me for a bit. But I eventually found absurdism, which basically teaches the same thing, but it says since nothing matters, go make your own purpose, go make your own destiny. And I try to live by that, but it doesn't always work. I sometimes, if I'm being honest, in the middle of class, in certain environments that might trigger this type of thinking, I kind of get into well, no, I'm not gonna say that. I was gonna say existential crisis, whatever you call that. It's not that, but I just kind of get into a panic, and that panic is basically where like just to so like certain classrooms might trigger it for me or certain parts of the day, but I start thinking like nothing matters, right? So like, what should I do with my life? So just right, tying everything I just told you, right, about nihilism and all that, right, and then tying the fact I wanna say this correctly, not incorrectly. I'm sorry, I'm tired, guys. I'm yapping. I'm about to go to sleep like in 10 minutes. I just wanted to record this just to get my thoughts out, so I didn't have to sleep on it. But like, with that thinking in the back of my mind with nihilism, I get stuck between thinking, do I want to work an essential job, right? Do I want to work to become a doctor, a lawyer, right? Or I don't know, engineer, or blah 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 blah, right? Live a regular life, or do I want to do this? YouTube, track, writing books, and I feel like it's a thing. It's like my heart versus my mind. That's what it is for me, and right, and it shouldn't seem hard to pick this, right? YouTube and Twitch and track, but even sometimes I don't want to say I find these things meaningless, but it's like even at the end of the day, like does this even matter at the end of the day? Like when you doing YouTube, I want to do something that's meaningful to the planet or just to people, but like, does that even matter as well? How should I really accumulate what I'm trying to say? Because I'm kind of yapping and I'll look crazy because my eyes aren't even opening, bruh. You guys looking like a crazy person. It's just, I'm a young man, and if I'm being honest, I haven't thought too much deeply about college. I've looked into where I might, go and what careers and what majors I might pursue, but it seems as if everybody around me has it all figured out. A lot of people, not everybody I know, but a lot of people, I go to school with, or people my age, it seem like they know what to do with their life. They say, "Oh, I want to become a dentist, this, dentist that, blah 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 blah," and they just sound like they have things figured out. And again, like I just don't want to seem like a fool saying I want to do stuff like this, right? And it just kind of gets me worried. Like, what if this fails and I just end up being a bum? But it's like my heart tells me I want to go for this. Because the thing is, man, just going to college. Again, I'm probably gonna go to college, but it's just, I don't want to get into this subject now, but just working those type of jobs like a dentist, pilot, I don't know, banker, whatever it is. Is that even worth it at the end of the day? Like a lot of these jobs are necessary to make society function, but like the people who are at the top, the elite rich, you guys seen the Epstein files. If you get what I'm trying to say, you get what I'm trying to say. Like at the end of the day, like all the work that you're gonna do, like, is it even gonna matter, man? Like, the rich at the top, they take our money, they take the money we earn, and then they do their stuff, and it's like, I don't know, and it's just. I say it's just a heart versus mind issue, right? My mind trying to tell me, to be logical, go to college, or live a regular, quiet life. My heart is tugging at this. And again, they say always follow your heart, but I just don't want to fail, man. And that's all it is, simply. But I mean, I guess if you put everything, if you commit all the way through, then you can't lose. But the question is, am I committed all the way through? Because alongside me doing YouTube and Trek and the stuff I love to do, I'm also doing good in school, right? Because I do good in school, reminders pop up, thoughts pop up of college. Because I am going to approach that age where I'm gonna have to think about college and all that. Very very. So I need to start thinking. I'm gonna have to start deciding now. So it's like, I don't know. I'm just at that point in my life where it's my heart versus my mind right now. So yeah, maybe guys, maybe I didn't make sense. I would make way more sense if I was actually awake, but I'm just not, fully awake right now. But and something else I'll say, man, just my relationship with God. For some reason, I haven't been feeling God as much recently, and that's just unfair to say because God's been nothing but good with me, and people know me as a guy who reads his Bible and who knows about the Bible and all that. So it's kind of ironic that's happening with me. But something I've learned, see, they say that ignorance isn't bliss. But I argue that ignorance is bliss because the deeper you dig in, the more deeper you dig into a subject, just the more complex it gets for you. And just with me about Christianity, man, just I've studied it way more than people in my age group, and I've done a lot of that independently through YouTube and just reading stuff. And just recently, I haven't felt God as much. I haven't been chasing Him too much in my life, and that's unfair to say because He's been nothing. He's been nothing but good to me. But just my prayers don't feel as strong, and just when I just read the Bible and just read devotionals, they just feel more like chores, and then they do feel like opportunities to connect with God. And just something that's really bothered me recently is just my throat and my nose. It's just the issue with the Trinity. That's the Father, Son, Holy Spirit. Because it's taught that it's a mystery of faith. Right? It's the mystery of, or whatever they say. It's a mystery, but why wouldn't God just reveal it simply? And the issue I just have with Christianity, the New Testament, is that like what it teaches, like the core beliefs of who God is and just what God is, that's not taught in the OT. It's not taught in the Old Testament. The Trinity is not there. Because it's something that's really been bothering me recently is theology class. My teacher, we just finished a test, and then Thursday, and then Friday we saw new notes, and the notes were the Trinity, and then she brought up an Old Testament verse, right? Genesis 1 verse 26, I think it was. And it was basically God saying, we're going to make man in our image, right? And you just have to read the verse. I think it's what Genesis. It's either Genesis 1 verse 24 or 26. And basically God, he's basically God's talking about making man and making mankind. But when he uses when he's talking there, he uses plural words instead of singular words. And then she was like right away, yeah, that proves the Trinity, right? And I used to believe that as well. But you have to look things in its original context without biases. I know that in Islam and Judaism, God, when God speaks with plurals, it's for majesty. And then also, God could have been talking about the angels, right? The angels in heaven, the hosts of heaven, right? But again, I think that our and that plural usage, that's like for God. You have to search it up. You'll understand it way more instead of listening to me. But things like that, it just has me questioning, man, and just like just I've also questioned like the story of Moses and Noah and Adam. I believe that Abraham definitely exists. I could have seen Abraham existing. But but just a lot of the OT prophets. I don't know. It's also Abraham, I guess. And it's just sometimes even struggle with them. And was there a serpent? Was the earth created in 6 days? And it's like, I'm not like doubting in my faith. I'm not dissing God or nothing. Like I believe in God fully still, but it's just with me and my faith, and it's like with the Christian faith in particular. Just the thing is, like I said, ignorance is bliss. People, like a lot of people, they choose to be. I'm not saying I'm not Christian anymore. I'm just trying to understand it and make sense of it. Don't get that confused. But a lot of people, they choose to sit in ignorance and they choose to avoid the uncomfortable and just sit there and not question. That's not who I am. So I'm just embracing this, and I'm just trying to make sense of it. And also, just with like Christianity, I don't want this to sound like a racist thing. But I'm just sick and tired of seeing this Rome, 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 and then seeing the saints and they're painted, and they're basically white men, and just all the stuff in European history, and it's like Jesus, and it doesn't matter, but it does matter. But like Jesus, he wasn't a white man. Like the prophets in the Bible, if they were truly real people, they were not white men. The original Israelites were not white men. And it just, I feel like a lot of what I've learned is whitewashed. And I'll say this, okay? I already told you guys what I am. I am of mixed. Look, I'm mixed, right? I'm mixed, racially or ethnically or whatever, ethnic, Middle Eastern, Black, White, Native American. But here's the thing, though. I'm first way more black than I am white. And just when people ask me what I am, I just tell them I'm black and Arab, which isn't really true, but I just tell people that. But I just don't view myself as being white. Like I have white blood in me, but just culturally and just with the family I know, because my dad's family is originally from Florida. The only people who live in the city I do now is my dad, his kids, and my grandparents, and my uncle and his kids. My aunt and uncle, my other aunt and uncle, they live in Cali now. But yeah, besides that, the rest of my dad's family is in Florida, and it's like for the most part. But I just don't feel myself being. I've never met any of my white family. I just don't feel myself as being white. And like I said, I feel like a lot of what I've just learned in my life has been whitewashed. Like so much of it has been whitewashed. Like the history I've learned and the environments I've been in, it just feels so whitewashed. And again, I am part white. I cannot deny that. But just I don't view myself as being a white man. Like I view myself like if I had to define my dad's side, I'd say it's black. There's white and Native American, but it's more black than anything else. And it's like I said, I just feel like everything's been whitewashed for me, and just a lot of what I've learned. I'm just trying to relearn stuff myself, and just Christianity, man. Like it's not like it started in the Middle East, but the European empires used it to enslave and torture people. So, I mean, yeah, guys, those are two thoughts. Those are just two thoughts that's been, hitting me recently, right? My heart and mind, like, where it's, tugging, right? Like, which direction should I go in? And then also, right, Christianity, just trying to understand God and just know God. Again, I will never believe in God any less. I will not do that, and I cannot do that. But I'm trying to make better sense of my Christianity. Thank you for watching, guys. God bless. Joy of Creation is coming out like right after this video, so